Hello, fellow foul tarnished. I know you and I are both more than enough of a fit to be the next Elden Lord. I don't know what the title that I get to earn by continuing to play through the DLC is, but I am just enamored. I'm having so much fun. The views are astonishing, the verticality is exceptional. And the real question is, where do I want to go? A lot of what I did in the last few streams is working my way through the Shadow Keep. There's also clearly things here that I just haven't yet quite found out how to get access to. I literally have a whole YouTube segment called The Ladder, because I can't find the ladder. Ugh. We then battled our way through Shadow Keep, annihilating Messmer. And we managed to get to the ruins of Rua? The ruins of I got really lost and died a bunch of times trying to make my way to get this. So what I did subsequently was try to do a bunch of exploration and trying to clear out areas. So for instance, here's an area. These little walkie feet mean I have not yet walked here. And the little swords is my symbol for you have not yet walked past this area. So we also explored our way to the suppressing pillar to get a beautiful view. Found the secret dragon's pit to go all the way to the dragon's pit terminus. Which gives us access to this mountain. And we know this because it says it's the foot of the jagged peak. That's the jagged peak. So what I'm actually probably going to do today is work on a suspicion where I'm not going to go down this path, but I'm going to explore this area and see if I can descend down here, because this forest loops under here, and I can make my way through this forest to ideally get to this map segment here. That's what I'm going to do. That is our goal for the day. There's almost too many places to explore from the Elak River downstream, the Dragon's Pit terminus. We obviously still have more on the Skudu Altus to explore. We can go over here to Rua. This game just continues to deliver again and again. But we're going to return here. While that's getting loaded, I wanted to note, both for everyone watching live and all the YouTuber gamers, this Sunday I am walking for a charity that I donated to called the Chalk Walk. And if any of you are interested in donating on your pal Sean's behalf, you can go to the link that's right there. It's also in the panel below. It's also in the bot's description in Twitch. I would greatly appreciate if this week you didn't give me any sub money. You instead supported the Chalk Walk. Chalk stands for the Children's Hospital of Orange County, that provides service to over 2 million children a year. I will say this DLC is too dark. I'm going to wait until it's noon. So many children, yeah. Oh, yeah. Past time until noon. Yeah, I just want to be able to see. And now I can see. Because it looks good to me, maybe you need to make your monitor a little brighter. Well, like, it was okay at that time, but I'm a little worried about, as time would go on, how dark it would get. Because if it transitions from dusk to evening, I can't see anything. Lumos says, well, it is called the Land of Shadow. You know what? You're right. That's on me. That's on me. That's my bad. So first things first, let's use our little marker system to remove these. And I'm going to kind of, go a little bit like this first. I mean, literally today's goal is the map segment. Pounding, you get plenty of light every time a dragon shoots fire at you. Very online says, you're gonna change your build ever. I don't know. This is it's tough. It's tough because there's many builds that I want to do. But when I think about doing a build, what comes to mind is slowly working in towards what? That was so much damage. Go ahead and heal a little bestial vitality. But yeah, like, I would generally want to slowly work into a build, experiment around an idea. So for instance, hey, I really want to be a gravity magic user. That's something that I want to do at some point in life. That just sounds so unbelievably sweet. What way am I looking? Oh my gosh, there's that whole village there. If I was a gravity magic user, what other spells might I use? What weapon might I use? I would experiment over the course of like 30 hours, starting to hone in on something. And so, right now, as I'm this deep in a build, it's a little bit difficult for me to really justify doing a different build outside of one that I, for lack of a better term, net decked. I can actually dual hand it. Just get extra damage in. Looks like we dropped some frames, don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. I can't believe how fearless I am around bears. But yeah, so I think that, like, if I were to do another build, I would completely start the whole game over. Okay, is this... So... Huh. Can I not get there from here? Because one thing I see is that there's this enormous cave entrance there. So if I trace this, this kind of seems to go maybe to here. So if I can't actually figure out how to get down into this area, I might explore around here and then make my way down these pillars and try to explore in from that way. Sorry, since I'm only a mere 100 hours in or something. I'm actually 210 hours in. So I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to be a little rushed as I go through and explore some stuff. It's okay. Fear not, I'm a man with a plan. I still suspect that there might be some kind of entrance to something that leads to here. I still suspect it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way up to here, up to this area, and around the river. Hey, what up, Theory, man? It's good to see ya. Hey, we were just talking about battle aces early. What did you think, feel, enjoy about the game? Because I thought it controlled magnificently, and I know the beta's down right now. Approaching here, I don't really see anything that notable. Highly recommend 2v2. Yeah, I didn't do any 2v2. Because even though I talk a lot on stream, I'm actually quite antisocial. Yeah, I'm I'm gonna not mess around and just get my huge sword back out. So, Theory, as a question to you, if someone held a gun to my head, as they often do when they come to my stream, what do you think about the longevity and or depth of the game? Oh, actually, I can handle 2 bears at once. Oops. Dude, it's the flanking bears. I'm really curious because, like, let me take Hearthstone as an example. When I first played Hearthstone, I was like, man, this is so insanely fun. Well, I really don't know if it has enough longevity to last it more than a few months. And I played that as my main on and off stream game for like 5 or 6 years. And I just started playing it again recently, and I'm like, I really want to play this game more. Like, I actually, you know what's so funny? I was 1 win away from hitting Legend last month in Hearthstone, but I didn't realize what the rankings meant because I just wasn't tracking. I was just hitting play, 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 play. And now I'm sort of like, oh, well, I wish I'd actually learned what the rankings was because I could have spent another day like trying to do that. But like, I was just having a lot of fun. And so this is an example of a game that at first blush I went, yeah, it doesn't have enough depth. It had like 10,000 hours worth of depth for me. Yuri says, think as a casual, fun game, it's a great easy entry, can play with friends, good progression system, building decks and ranking up. For pro, it can be a bit... a bit annoying to lose to deck losses, which are natural in deck builder games. Played Worlds and TCG before and understand the mindset of building well-rounded decks and accepting some losses. But for an RTS player, it's a mindset. Holy shit, it's not a regular Rune Bear. Is it? It looks like a Rune Bear. But I'm seeing boss fight information. Well, I certainly have the right build for this. I was like literally reading chat. This shield and build is so busted. It's a gravity bear. Just the right tummy is the place I want to be. Stabbing him in the butt. Alright, I'm just going to keep going to the right tummy. Oh my god, we're left tummy. The tummy can bleed. Is this a second phase to the bear? Well, time to just go to his right tummy. It's similar hitboxes to the Rune Bear. Right in the tummy. Right in the tummy. Pelt Ralvo. Now, as we're being impressed by my ability to fight, if any of you were super impressed, feel free to donate money to the Children's Hospital of Orange County via your pal Day9. Belt of Ralva, the Great Red Bear, worn upon the head without modification. Enhances incantations. It was jokingly called Bear Communion. This untreated hide, one at the end of a bloody bout, is just a thing to make a wild bear out of a warrior. Who wrote this? Oh my god. I was just watching the YouTube vids till now. Did anyone tell him there's a tab for new items, or does he just not want to use it? Well, first of all, let me remind you that this is a no-spoiler stream. And also, yeah, we use it all the time. We use it frequently, but we don't use it exclusively, if that makes sense. Plus, you know, there's other information that is generated with the base organization. You know, certain tiers of weight, certain classes of armament. I like that. So I'm going to kind of poke my head around here. It seems that this is just a boss bear arena. Oh no. I did not see that there was a huge thing there. You know what? Steak America is great. Beat the bear in one try. Couldn't get over that ledge, though. Well, hey, there's the path in. That's good to know. But, like, my runes. Huh. Alright, well, back to here. Gravity is truly the most difficult boss. The bosses in this game are nothing compared to the power of gravity. Zabuzamas didn't thought the settings were a spoiler. Well, I would describe settings as not being a spoiler, but it's really our no backseating rule. And settings, UI, UX, tips and tricks, those are all banned. And frankly, a lot of the reason that for that is there's just... I do maintain that the big reason why people want to backseat things is out of excitement. People are just pumped. Oh, you're playing this game? Oh, did you know you could do this setting? Dude, read the description of this thing. Isn't it sweet? Like, people are just pumped. But I think that when you're a streamer, one or two of those will beget 10 or 20 of those will beget like everyone in chat being like, do this, do that, do this, do that, Day9, I need you so badly to... Oh my god, it's the same pit that I died on earlier. Can you get off? Ugh. For those curious, these are my stats. Endurance maximum. JKL Harris, is there a good way to ask specific questions about your build without straying too far into backseating territory? There's a couple of things you've done that I find interesting, but I would feel asking about these would be backseating. Yeah, no, go ahead. You got it. Ask away. You have been given permission and no one else. Yeah, you like this? Medium rolling. Look at this. 132 equip load, medium roll. This is one of my favorite things I've ever made in an RPG. Progression is goated. What is that weapon? This is the Ruins Greatsword. It is acquired, and I keep forgetting I can just do this. It's acquired by, if before you go to Liurnia, you go to Caelid and you run down this way to Castle Redmane. In Castle Redmane, there is a completely different set of enemies because the festival hasn't started. And so, if you get to the chamber outside the plaza, and then move into the Red Main Castle Plaza right here, this area will have a dual boss that you can fight against. Skidoo. We'll have a dual boss that you can fight against, that if you defeat, you get the Ruins Greatsword. And I believe there's ways... Oh, yeah. What is this attack? I believe there are ways to make it spawn later, but that's how I got it. Alright, nothing useful. Great. If this were the base game, there'd be 3 catacomb entrances down here. Am I crazy? Do these guys have, like, way higher health than the other ones? There we go. Oh my god, Pig rated us! Yes! Is that the top ace Pig himself? Oh my god, Mr. Krenzel, what a treat to see you. Hello, piglets. I'm certain that that's the name of you, is the piglets. I'm certain. Heal from afar? No kidding. Heal from afar? Alright, where's my new stuff? I know it's here somewhere. I just need to find the exclamation mark. Where's heal from afar? Alright. Look at that. Greatly heals HP for distant allies the spell reaches. No kidding. 18 faith. I want this. Donkey Breast's Pig said he won't watch the stream. He doesn't want to get spoiled. That is the kindest way to say, I don't watch this kid's garbage. That's such a sweet thing to say. Oh, you're playing 1v1s in StarCraft 2? Sorry, Pig. I don't want to tune in. I don't want to be spoiled. Heal from afar. Next bonfire I get to, I'm going to equip that. Where is the... Ah, I see it. Blessed bone shard. Like, what was Pig streaming? For those of you that don't know Pig, Pig is like one of the premier RTS content creators in the world. Makes amazing educational videos about StarCraft 2. Is unbelievably, stupidly funny. And is just delightful and pleasant at all times. And recently, I've been watching a lot of Pig, not just because of his usual StarCraft, stuff. But there's been a lot of RTS games floating about, from Stormgate to Zero Space, most recently Battle Aces. So that's why I was referring to Pig as a top ace. But Pig is great. X5_Pig is the name. We raid our mate Pig with some frequency here. Pinfedor says, I had a dream Saturday night that I was in Seoul on business and ran into you on a bus and you recommended a tteokbokki place to me that knocked me out and stole my kidneys. 10 out of 10 dream, to be honest. Dude. Timo, I'm 100% ready for the new Age of Mythology. I'm so pumped for the new Age of Mythology. I know there's like a beta for it, but I mean, I'm gonna play it anyways. Stab. Stab. Comes when Pig plus Day9's 2 co-op when? You know, that never occurred to me that I could stream SC2 co-op with people. Or I just like only play Karax. Okay, so I don't want to get too close because we haven't found a bonfire recently yet. But we've been trying to find a way in. Yeah, what the hell? I can literally see staircases and stuff in there. So I'm pretty sure I can get in there, huh? John, your breast, did you not stream Battle Aces? I didn't. I didn't stream it. I have pretty limited hours available to stream, and I mean their beta started the day that the Elden Ring DLC dropped, and I was like, oof. Well, I mean, I hate to say it. If I have to pick between the sequel, excuse me, not the sequel, the expansion to one of my top favorite games of all time. Oh my god, it's an NPC. If I have to choose between the DLC to one of my like top 5 favorite games of all time, or a game that's multiplayer focused that I can just pick up later anyways, you know, I don't know, it is very hard to convince me not to do this. And I know I was not the only one. Did you at least fiddle with it a little bit? Yeah, I did. I built my crabs. I think it has A+ control and motion. Feels very snappy, very responsive, very fun. So the comparison I was making earlier was to Hearthstone, where when I first played Hearthstone, I was like, oh man, this game is gonna have so many depth issues because it doesn't have interaction. And I played that game for 5 to 6 years straight as my main on and off stream game. And so, that is to say, when I see Battle Aces, I had the same reaction. Like, wow, this seems like really crisply done. Where's the longevity? By the way, this is why I love being a paladin. Flame, cleanse me. Peacefall X. Oh, I love this question, Peacefall X. But give me a quick little bit to finish this area and this Battle Aces discussion, and then we'll come back. And everyone, please remind me to come back to Peacefall X's question. This is a great one. But yeah, so with Battle Aces, when I looked at it, I was like, dude, where is the depth? Like, where's the longevity come from? Where do you actually get the sensation of doing different build orders, of having different little trajectories and things, you know? Because, I mean, kind of consistently among games that I play, that is like one of my absolute prime wishes. Great bird ankles. Hell yeah, some of those GBAs. Ah! Ah! Look, I'm making the same noise as them, and I'm not even trying to. Do the bestial vitality because it heals at roughly the same rate that the poison poisons me. So it's just a good sort of stabilizer as I wander through the muck. When there's a lot of dudes, I want to have multiple. Or when there's multiple dudes, I want to generally have my spear stuff. But here, I think against just one, this is so good at staggering. But anyways. Because I think Donkey Breath, there's a couple different ways that I will evaluate. Oh, God. Oh, my God, that was so close. Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple different ways in which I would evaluate longevity and depth and things like that. And a really important sensation for me is, let's assume in Battle Aces I pick the same 8 units and I play it 100 times in a row. How many different experiences can I have with that one loadout? The analog to this would be, oh my gosh, in Dota, I'm really enjoying playing nothing but Phantom Lancer. Can I feel like I have a lot of different Phantom Lancer games? Can I feel like I have a lot of different Bane games? So I played Bane for 100 games in a row. And in those games, the answer is yes. In, or in a card game, do I feel like I could play one deck again and again for a while? Oh, it's not locking on there. Oh, shit. I'm getting cameraed over here. Because in a game like, you know, Magic, for as much as I love doing drafts where you get different cards again and again and again, and that's sort of the fun, is not knowing what deck you're going to be playing with. I mean, even with that said, there's people that play, like, the same modern deck with small tweaks to it for lots and lots and lots and lots of hours. And so, when I think about, say, Hearthstone very recently, I almost hit Legend. Again, you can probably tell I'm deeply annoyed I didn't realize that I was one win away from Legend. I almost hit Legend because I was just playing one deck and having a lot of fun with one deck, and I wanted to keep playing that one deck, and I just kept getting so many different experiences and matchups and possibilities. It was really, really fun. And so that's one depth measure that that I would point to. Donkey Breath says, in that analogy, it's like playing only one deck and asking for longevity, which is still doable. Your opponents would have different builds. So, let me be clear. What I'm not saying is, this is the pass-fail. If it doesn't pass this, it's fucked. Rather, what I'm doing is I'm giving the first of several definitions of longevity. So one measurement that I use is, if I do the same thing over and over and over again, how much variation do I get? And it could be that, like, oh, I'm playing one deck in Hearthstone, but I'm against many, many other decks. And because of the random draws, I'm getting a lot of different ways in which I would draw in the same matchup. A second measure of longevity is, oh, how many different types of loadouts could I do in Battle Aces and still have interesting, meaningful gameplay? Which might be something like, if I'm not really changing the way that I'm playing out from game to game, hey, there still might be depth in trying to decide which unit to do where. And this is completely fair. There's a third type of longevity that I can't talk about because the stuff's happening right now. there's a third type of longevity, which is content-changing longevity, which would be something like, I think TFT is a really good example of this. Teamfight Tactics is an auto-battler, where, for those of you who haven't played auto-battlers, you are trying to assemble a collection of troops. This is actually TFT I'm going to describe, because this is different from how other auto-battlers work, but in TFT, Jesus, I couldn't even see where he was. Oh, hold your fucking shield up. In TFT is a game in which you are trying to assemble from a random set of options an army that will then automatically battle against an opponent who is also trying to assemble an army from a random set of options. And the options that you are presented with come from the set. So there might be, and again, these are numbers for communication, not for accuracy, there's like 100 different units in each set, and you're presented with 5 at a time, and you can pick, or you can re-roll to try to get different options. So the 5 that you're looking at are still from... Nice! They're still from that set of 100. So yes, you're randomly presented with 5, and you're trying to pick dynamically based upon what your opponent is doing. Yes, all these things are true. And TFT gets solved so quickly and results in a lack of longevity that is such a problem that the developers literally went, okay, we're just gonna completely throw away the entire set and drop in a new set every N months. And this is a completely acceptable way to make your game last for a long time. The idea being there's not enough depth if you do the same thing each time. There's not enough variation depth if you're doing different things. And so we're just going to create an entirely new set of pieces. And that's how we're going to get the depth of the game. I actually think this is a legitimate way to solve the depth problem. So again, I'm just giving some definitions of different ways a game can feel like it has longevity. One is, I do the same loadout every single game. Does it feel like I'm having different rich experiences? Second one is, I'm doing lots of different loadouts, and because I'm exploring the different loadouts that I can play with, that feels like there's longevity because I'm trying to find the right best one. A third one is, the developers completely throw away all the content, replace it with content, but the gameplay is similar, so it's trying to solve within that ever-changing landscape. And I think that that third one is, in my eyes, the only way that Battle Aces would stay interesting for me for a while. I'm leveling up Faith for no real reason other than that I am. So I'm going to get rid of this Flame grant me Strength. These are the two that I use the most. Let me go to my support incantations. Where's my heal deals? Heal from afar. So right now, I have this... I'll hover it over it in a sec. Yeah, this only costs 18. How much? Where is... Try this out. Oops. There's some other things that I could do. This is the one that I actually want, is Golden Vow. That's why I'm adding in Faith. I don't need Order Healing because I already have the Flame cleanse me. Build up and cures poison and scarlet rot. Oh, this is Blight buildup. Never mind. This is awesome. Chance for right hand ornament with a black flame. Why not? It's kind of sweet. So Darnbreath says, Grubby discussed the same game design. We argued for RNG and RTS. He used the randomized item stats in Warcraft 3 to the lack of RNG in SC2. But would Battle Ace benefit from some RNG components? I mean, it could. I think it's a choice. I think that I would slightly tune Grubby's argument. Oh, this is a nightmare. All right. Before I do anything, I want to note I am going to beeline for this thing. Wish me luck. Ah! I would slightly tune Grubby's argument because what I'm more interested in is the effect that randomness creates. And, oh, you turkey. They knew people were going to be running here. My horse. They knew people were going to be running, and they were just like, you know what? Fuck the player. God, there are few things on this planet Earth I hate more than the player who buys our game. God, I can't stand the player. Mr. Miyazaki, you're not speaking literally, are you? I am. Put some arrow giants in the way of the map fragment. Well, sir, we could just put the map fragment on a more easily... Oh, shit. Easily accessible area. No. Didn't you hear me? Fuck the player. Ah! Okay. Get me out. Oh, God. Hide. Oh. I want to see the map. I just want to see the map. Holy guacamole. All right. Going back. Excellent. Unbelievably excellent. It only took us an hour and we did exactly what we wanted. Oh, look at that view. A room with a view. Oh my God, they knew that. They're like, put the God rays in there, get the player excited to go forward, and then put in a giant, because fuck the player. So while I'm talking a bit, I'm just going to tap this one up. Would love for you to help support what I'm going to be walking for on Sunday. Raising some funds to go to the Children's Hospital of Orange County. And just doing all that while calmly poking people from behind a giant brick. Here's why I love this. Just smash it down. But anyways, I would slightly tune Grubby's argument because I think that what is interesting about randomness is the effect of randomness. And my favorite phrase about this comes from the board game Go. Which is, it is more fun when a game is about judgment and not calculation. And I'm only referencing the sort of comment about Go just to give proper crediting. But I feel like that really captures it. I like when my game is not as much about constantly calculating things, but about judging what is happening in real time. In a card game, a lot of times you're in a situation that you've not been in before, so you are for the very first time seeing the situation, trying to figure it all out. We all hear the twinkle. And I think that some forms of calculation can be fun, but it's when it airs so hard onto that. that's when I start to be a little bit like, a little bit sad about the game. And I honestly felt this a lot with StarCraft 1 and 2. Actually, probably about 100 times more so with StarCraft 2 than with StarCraft 1. Because with StarCraft 1, games would get into chaotic states pretty frequently. And you'd have to really be just kind of determining what was happening and what you needed to invest in and so on and so forth. Like, for instance, if I am the Zerg player, I need to just hold on against endless droves of science vessels, marines, marauders, and dropships. Thank goodness. Oh. And, like, as that's happening, in StarCraft 1, your opponent can be hitting you in different locations, can be killing more lurkers and less defilers, you know, killing more defilers and less lurkers. Each of those has different time restrictions on, you know, how you need to be building. You're building out of the same hatchery, and in StarCraft 1, hatcheries don't produce larvae very quickly, so, like, you know, actually, sometimes your economy is, like, really weird because you've managed to get a lot of drones at the mineral base because they haven't been pressuring the mineral base. So now you have a bunch of minerals, and you're just trying to make Zerglings do something with that. It's really fun that that game, StarCraft 1, has a lot more judgment and a lot less calculation. Because with StarCraft 2, which is literally one of my favorite games ever made, and I adore it, so don't think this is a shit on StarCraft party. And if you try to do that, you'll be summarily banned. But, like, dude, like StarCraft is... Stagger. Pop. Oh, shit. Stab him. Oh, God! Oh, I didn't do the special. No! Thank God. My internet is having a little struggle tonight, but it's mostly good. But yeah, like in StarCraft 2, so much of that game was trying to extremely precisely get a build order as refined and as perfect as possible. And then you just like win until you got to a point where you're like, oh, this build is not good, because it loses 100% of the time to that build. And there's this thin sliver of builds where you and I are just basically on equal footing and the game goes on. Interesting. And I think that, like, you know, some of those rush builds that existed in StarCraft 2 would literally be more fun if they just led to some interesting, chaotic games, instead of, I instantly won, oh, my opponent held, I instantly lost. Oh, is that a throw? It is. And so, I think that another game that doesn't actually really have randomness in it, but benefit... Oh yeah, let me back up. And I think the effect of randomness is that things just start getting into situations that you just literally haven't calculated before. And that's fun. And, you know, a game that successfully gets you to feel like you are, oh, hell yeah. Successfully gets you to feel like you are in a bunch of situations that are unpredictable, that you've never been in before, that doesn't use randomness, is Dota. Because Dota, it's more like it relies on just so much chaos and so much unpredictability. that you just invariably wind up in a situation that's like that, no matter how hard you try. So I assume I hit this wall. All right. Oh, look at that. Motherfucker. And so I think that, like, Dota is not a game that people would describe as, like, having lots of RNG. Yeah, there's abilities that, you know, proc on probabilities like Phantom Assassin and stuff like this. Mr. Sticks with the gifted 5. Thank you, Mr. Sticks. A happy Monday evening to you. A happy Monday evening to you, Mr. Sticks. Thank you. But yeah, so, I mean, I know this is taking me way too long to make this point because I keep getting distracted by how fucking awesome this game is. Oh my god, Ravi, what did you do? We're getting so many raids. This is wonderful. King Potato just raided. My god, thank you, King Potato. The finest staple food. Mwah! God, you're all so sweet, so wonderful. Okay, I'm sorry. We're talking about randomness in games, and I'm taking, as usual, way too long to make a simple point. I think that I agree with Grubby's point that randomness could help in RTS games. But I think that randomness is the effect. And super chaotic, unpredictable systems that wind you up in weird situations can also have a similar effect. Oops, I didn't mean to sit down. Oh, whatever. And I actually will say that I think one of the... I've railed against this before. Man, I got so annoyed for a while with the StarCraft 2 map design because it felt like every single map was exactly the same. Hit them where they're weakest. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to hold my shield up. These catacomb designs are incredibly sweet. Excuse me. So I railed against this for a while that, like, dude, there was a period. No way do I go back underneath here. You're kidding me. If that's the way that this is, then this is the most insane game of all time. But don't say anything, because once again, no backseating, no backseating, no backseating. No backseating. Meh. Dude, like, all the maps in StarCraft 2 for a while were just, like, all two-player, all effectively identical distances between spots. I mean, it was such a snoozer to watch competitive matches. I mean, like, PvZ, I would just open up a YouTube video, watch it for 8 minutes, and go, all right, now the game begins. And I would, like, tab back in, and it would just be the same spot I'd seen 100 times that week. And, you know, I know that part of this was due to community sentiment, because you'd see people be like, ah, man, I really hate that I've, like, practiced this build for so long, and then I just wind up on some map where, like, none of my practice works. Ugh, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Huh, interesting. Is this the same location? It sure is. And so over time, the maps just became more boring. What? What? I gotta stop talking about this, because what we're seeing in the game is insane. Wow. Alright, let's get ourselves organized, shall we? So we're going to go all the way to the bottom. So this is the spine of the map, as I'm going to refer it. So the spine... is this lower part. Leading here, and I think that this... if it isn't a one-hit kill... It's pretty close to it. Let's take a peek here. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to take a 3-minute miniature break, and afterwards I'm going to go hard into this. But these questions are getting very... they're overloading me, so I need to come back to it. Yeah, there was this period of time in StarCraft 2 where everyone was just constantly complaining, make the maps more symmetric, more similar, all two-player, all same distances, all same naturals and thirds and blah, blah, blah. So that way we can just make sure that if I practice a build, I can do it on this map. And I think that if you had some variation among the maps, such that you could almost pull your build off on different maps, that's like really annoying and frustrating. But I came from an era of StarCraft 1 where the maps were just super zany and crazy. And the idea that every time you played on a map, you'd be like trying to figure it out as you went. And the gameplay lent itself to that. Like, I think that StarCraft 2 is in a much healthier spot now that there are some really weird and insane maps. Maybe not all of them, but like some, you know, spice it up a bit. And I do think that this notion of make your game increasingly more uniform until everyone does the exact same thing and has a precisely 50-50 win rate and everyone agrees that it's fair. I don't think that, I think that's boring. I think it's dumb. I think that the games where everyone's complaining about how overpowered all the heroes or the cards or the tools are, those are the fun games, right? Now, coming back to another question about, oh, Sean, hey, I've been starting to feel a little bit demotivated by games. I just feel like it's a chore. I'm kind of bored by it. What would you do if you were in that situation? And I have been in that situation before. And there's a few things I'll note. Taking a break, super great. Love taking breaks. I think breaks are awesome. But also, going back and playing through games that you've played before, I find really, really, really grounding, reassuring, relaxing, calming, uplifting. Because it's familiar enough that I don't feel like I'm trying to make a weird, I don't know, trying to push myself to keep playing a game that I don't know if it's going to be fun or not. Ah, hit them where they're weak. I see. Alright. This is why I actually have this weapon. Oops, I'm not holding out my shield, am I? Alright. I understand how the damage is working now. I mean, this frankly does a lot of damage as is. Smithing Stone 7? Damn, that's pretty good. Smith Script Axe. Yeah, I mean, I honestly have gotten there before. I've just been like, man, I am so tired of all the games. All the games I play are total snoozers. Like, I've gotten this way with Hearthstone, with StarCraft, with More recently, Magic the Gathering, where I was just like, dude, I'm just kind of like burnt out on this set of interactions. And I would just sometimes play like roulette. I'm like, all right, well, let's see if this game is any fun. And I would find that really hard because I was already feeling a little tired. I was already feeling a little bit like, dude, man, I'm not entirely sure if I want to play a game or if what I actually want to do is like watch a movie or like what I'm even doing. And I cannot stress enough that I think the big things that are kind of really helpful is the replaying through of games that I know very, very well. And by replaying through games that I know really, really well, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Link to the Past, Dark Souls 1. I mean, they're such familiar joys that it's almost more calming and relaxing to me because I'm like, oh, yeah, I know how these games work. Yeah, this is really nice. And there's areas that are not hard because I've already solved them before, you know. But because they're familiar and I know the sort of arc for them, it's really pleasant. I think this is one of the best pieces of advice I would give. Go back through, and in fact, if you're just having a tough time where you're feeling demotivated by everything, you know, maybe you're even feeling a little depressed, seek out things that you know brought you joy in the past. Favorite album, favorite show, favorite old game, a game you played as a kid that was meaningful to you that you actually think probably sucks if you tried it out again. Alright, so here's where I entered. Warrior Pies is watching Day9 TV. Yeah, you can watch me. You can hang out here. But, you know, Warrior Pie, I can even acknowledge that sometimes watching a stream can feel like you're just killing time. You know, typically when I wake up in the mornings, I like to fire a stream up. I'm not gonna crap too hard on my profession. But I mean, sometimes you just find that like, oh my god. He's got his little friend. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's his little guy. Okay, let me see if I can carefully avoid them. Nope, well, I guess I have to kill them all, huh? Is this dude throwing? Throwing and spawning, got it. So glad I have this thing. Oh my god. Woo! Smith script shield. Alright, I'm gonna check out all this stuff later. Alright. Harold Halbitcher got upgraded graphics as Doombringer. I know. Also, good morning, Doombringer. It's what? It's 8 a.m. over there? Holy shit. What is that hitbox? 6:20 a.m. You know your geography. Hell yeah. Let's see if it does any damage. Alright, I see. It was the weapon type. The spear just doesn't do a lot of damage. Just kill him. Oh my god, he messed up! Okay. Alright, I am getting absolutely clowned on. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I like these two different types of weapons, is that, like, this was extremely good against anything that was, like, made of crystal, like, in the tunnels underneath Raya Lucaria. Any of those Celia crystals. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of walking up this spine and going left and right in alternation to try to make my way through. So I just have gone down this route. I'm going to hop down here. See if I can... I can work through my little buddies over here. I'm going to two-hand it to see if I can one-shot these guys. This is a really interesting architecture. Yeah, dude, I am so stupidly a huge believer in the return to oneself. Because I've made this joke before that, like, when I first heard someone describe self-care, I just remember thinking, yeah, that sounds like shit for rich people. Sean, why don't you practice self-care? I'm like, oh, because that's like when you'd pay someone else to take care of your horses so you can go on a trip to Fiji to relax. Is that what you're saying? Give me a break, you know? But then I heard someone describe self-care as a return to yourself. I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, you know, what are things that you have done that feel so reliably like you? Known forms of fun, known forms of joy, things that you're 100% certain that you have done and experienced before that you really enjoyed and brought happiness and meaning to your life. And this is where the whole play a game that you've played before, listen to an album you've listened to before. Oops. Holy shit, how did that hit me? Holy shit. Dude, my god. That's the way to do it, is I just wait until there's, like, a final action from the guy. And then I hit the back. Yeah, a return to yourself. What are the things that made you feel like you? Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, like, there's certain media that feels like it's part of me, as cheesy as that sounds. Like, StarCraft is part of me, man. And if I'm going through a hard time, I will rewatch old OSL and MSL videos from the big tournament days. Blue Sky Black Death is not a group I listen to. Like, I am a Blue Sky Black Death fan. Like, that's like in my bones, in my heart. I really feel that super strongly. Oh, hell yeah. Wild. Absolutely wild. Can I pull this again? I cannot. Well, uh-oh. Huh. Huh. I'm going to trust there is a way to go back there and to do that stuff. So it just came down from here. It'd be amazing to be able to get over to there. Maybe there's just another way through it. Okay. Yeah, or like, I feel like there's lots of ways in which people kind of gamble a little bit with when they're going to provide themselves some happiness. Like, man, I'm just not feeling very good lately. You know what? I'm just gonna... Maybe I'll find a new place to order food from. And then it's just not very good. And you're like, oh God, it's so sad. Oh God, I wanted it to be good so bad. Oh. So that is where I came from. And I see the cleverness in the design. So now if I die, it's already pointed up. But yeah, no, I've always said if I'm having a bad day, and I'm like by myself, I'm going to get a beer that I know I love. I'm going to get some bread and brie. Or food from a restaurant that I know that I love. Telu the Golem Smith? Oh, dude, what? Wait a minute. I'll listen to some Blue Sky Black Death. I'll watch one of my favorite reliable movies like Aliens or The Matrix. Okay, so... actual backseat question. Is there a way to undo this? Notice that I am allowed to ask this. This is an actual backseat question. There is? Okay, say no more. So, like, if there wasn't, I was just gonna go damn and move on. Because I only have like 30 more minutes today, but my guess would be that I could do something like this, because if I had to climb all the way up one side, and then there was a lever, my assumption is that there's a lever somewhere here, and I just didn't see. The reason I went up here and then immediately teleported back is I was going to see if teleporting back would change it. Oh, dude, it's right here. All right, cool. And I assume that this jump is too steep to make, so I could probably make it here. Great. Yeah, like, if again, I assumed that there would be something like this, and was going to check, but didn't want to waste everyone's time. So that's why I love the, hey, actual backseat question, yes or no, and then everyone just says yes. So we explored up there. We didn't explore over here. Yeah, dude, watch Aliens, eat some bread and brie. Have a delicious, tasty beer. Huh. Alright, I mean, I actually think that the only way to do this is with both. Because these guys do all physical damage, and until I can get one of them isolated, I don't think I'm safe. I mean... yeah, that's rough. Oh, yeah, also, gosh, what are other things that I do? Open up Heroes of Might and Magic 2, open up Deadly Runes of Death, old, reliable, fun, satisfying games. Again, I think it's been one of the best ways for me to just feel a sense of equilibrium when I'm feeling listless. Or feeling a little bit like, all the games I play lately suck, man. I mean, like, almost all my favorite games of all time have gotten there before. Alright, there's another common technique against enemies of this sort, which is to just kind of run right by them. Alright, Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, cool. I have no shame. Alright. And there is not anything. Shit, that hurts. He just kept throwing shit at me, Your Honor. Run! I just want to take a moment to appreciate this beautiful new map that we have to ourselves. Oh, I wonder if there's something right here to be able to get into these areas. Wow. So this... I ran up here. Oh, I see. So this was actually lower than this. Interesting. Cool. Oh my god, I love this game. Yeah, you know, like, I kind of have this dream. Let's imagine that your pal Day9 becomes catastrophically wealthy. Obviously, by becoming the world's most legendary game developer. Because when Day9 has a game idea, he gets it in one, baby. And I now have an exorbitant amount of money. Whatever I want with. I'd buy FromSoft and make them delete these two fucking dudes. No, I want an entire map printed on a wall of the office that is just this map. And I want it to be, like, huge. Until I take up the whole wall. Super high resolution. Covert muffin. Fuck yeah! The Muffin Man. How you doing, Mr. Muffin? Oh, that's not it. As you can! Ah, don't go backwards! Jump, you idiot! Drink! Run! Ugh. And you know what's so funny about that map idea? I don't need to be fantastically wealthy to do that. I just need to, like, print a really big map and attach it to the wall. Alright. Okay, thank goodness. Telu's Ruined Forge. Midnight! Hell yeah, midnight! We're definitely doing a little Elden Ring wrong. Or hire a really good muralist. I wouldn't trust them, Mr. Grimm, because, like, the fact that it would be a perfect one-to-one is the thing that I would crave. Well, that was absolutely useless. So let's go from here to here to here and to here. This plate has a metal Elden Ring poster map that is nowhere near the size you're describing, obviously. Yeah, no, because I've seen some things around like that. Like, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't actually feel my identity really in possessions. I feel it in experiences. Like, the experience of playing through Elden Ring is an important experience to me. And I cherish that. But, you know, if someone's like, Sean, what's your favorite possession? I'd be like, I don't know, none. No possessions. I guess my car, it's like a 14-year-old Honda, because I use it to go to the grocery store. And I need that for food and shit. Like, I don't know. And so I really like the idea of decorating my house with a bunch of stuff that represents experiences that are important to me. Again, I love the sword. I guess that's why my house is filled with first four figure statues. Hell yeah. Ethological says, yeah, I feel like that mentality also sums up why I try not to take too many photos, but instead be present in there. Yeah, I actually, I almost err a little too extreme on the side of not taking photos. Also, as a generalized note, I don't like the past very much. I much prefer the present and the future. I don't know, maybe I should go talk to a therapist about that, but, like, the idea of, like, looking back at photos sometimes just makes I just get really emotional, feel really weird. What? I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. While in recesses, how do you not dwell on the past, though? I find that hard. I don't actually have a good answer. Dude, I'm gonna sound so weird. Like, if you say to me, Sean, stop thinking about X, I can just do that. I literally remember the day where that clicked for me. I remember thinking, I don't want to think about that. I remember I was like 25. These guys stagger so easy. And I was so stupidly stressed out by something. And I mean, I couldn't do anything. I was just like absolutely wrought out. And I just felt my brain turn off. Ah, bad dog! Roll! And so, like, shortly after that, I don't know, there's some weird, like, mega compartmentalization muscle that just turned on. And now I just, like, I don't know, if I need to not think about something because I need to do something else, I'm pretty good at that. Like, I mean, obviously I have limits. There's times when I'm just feeling so stressed about something that I'm like, guys, stream's canceled. It's over. We're not going to be streaming for a bit. I'm just too stressed. You know, it happens to me. I'm not like a full robot, but like, there are things that happened in my past that just crop up into my brain, and I'm like, ah! Ah! And I just like turn it off. I'm like, oh, whew. Oh, thank God. And I feel like every few months, I mean, not every few months, every few years, if I try to reflect back and think about what kind of person I used to be, oh. Or think back to things that I thought or said or did, I feel like I am experiencing the thoughts of a psychopath. Like, God, I look back at younger me with such embarrassment. Oh my God. I can't believe I used to act this way and think these things and say this stuff. Sometimes I'll even see an old clip of myself. And I'll be like, no! No, I can't believe I thought that was funny. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, God. I don't actually feel like this is that way for most people. Oh. Let me actually do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, huh? Yeah, my endurance is so high. I have 138 equipment load. Overt Ninja X is the unbearable weight of aging whilst being a public figure with like 15 years of video documentation. You know, it simultaneously sucks, but like also, in a weird way, it's nice for me to be able to reference me. He said, sounding like a megalomaniac. Let me try this again. Like, if someone says, dude, Sean, you said this at that time, I can be like, yeah, dude, oh my god, it's so embarrassing sometimes. Oh shit, you know what? Fuck y'all. That's not what I want to drink. That's what I want to drink. And it's like, imagine I'd been live for a year and someone dug up some shit from 15 years ago and was like, oh my god, you said this. It's actually quite difficult for it to not feel like, oh, this present him is fake, and the real him can be seen and witnessed by looking at the past. But like, you know, my slow, gradual change and maturing as a person is all uploaded to my YouTube, you know? And also I've had viewers that have been watching for like a really insanely long time that can kind of, you know, they've grown with me. Alright, there's no other turkeys. I may now descend upon the campsite. Where is that sound coming from? Pearl Shield Talisman. Yes, yes. Oh my god. Pearl Drake Talisman. Exceptional. What up, Aurora Rose? How good to see you. I just try to LeMayo. Me when I think back and remember I wasn't openly queer at the time, so all embarrassments can be forgiven. I mean, people change a lot. I don't know, it's like people change and they also just like don't change. Like, you know what I mean? People you can talk to them after 15 years and you're just like, damn. It is just like no time has passed. And then you're like, tell me more about yourself. And you're like, wow, you are so different. Hey, what up, dude? So when he says people who don't change are in fact getting worse. Oh no. Oh my god, we got Bass with a Z up in here too. Oh my god. We have all the Dradogs. Is the greater Dradog lurking? Anyways, I'm just scrupulously investigating all this. Like, dude, you know, like, the weird thing is when you see someone, like, 'cause here's a normal thing, right? You don't talk to someone for 5 years or 10 years, and you see them, and you're like, wow, you're so different. But also, you're, like, so the same. That's so interesting. That's so cool. Oh, my God. And then there's a sort of person that you don't talk to for 5 years, and you see them, and you're like, oh, shit, you are identical. Oh, my God, you haven't... Oh, my God, you haven't changed at all. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How's it going? Oh, same old, same old. My entire life cycle revolves around the Kansas City Chiefs. What are you doing? Well, if it's the weekend and it's football season, I just watch football on Sunday and prep for watching football on Saturday. What are you doing for work? Oh, same as I was 15 years ago. Anything new happening? Nope. Because I feel two things. One thing I feel is horror. Oh my God, you literally are you just stuck? Are you just stuck in this way of being forever? Do you blink if you need help, you know? Scarred bloody flesh. flesh. Is there nothing in here? What? But the second thing I feel is profound jealousy. Where I'm like, what? You're just... Like, everything is so great, you just keep doing that every year? That's it? You're literally... Are you alright? And they're like, I'm great. I'm so happy. Like, what? Where's that little inner voice that's like, we didn't get enough done today. I guess we're washed up. Like, where's that? Because that voice for me is loud, often. My God, you're just totally content and fine. That's insane. Really hits home with the job searching. Yeah, no, I mean, my life has been a sequence of imagined battles in my mind where the only way to succeed at them is to externally achieve something. And each achievement simply pushes the date back. God, and you mean to tell me that you're just content you don't have a date? That you need to succeed against? Oh, now I remember where the sound is coming from. Achieve them in America's pub. Timing still in me. And I mean, I say all that kind of like half jokingly because I'm pretty happy. Like, life is going pretty fantastically. Oops, don't have that roll timing. Really good roll time. Doesn't have his hitboxes ready yet. I'm gonna keep marching down this way until I encounter some sort of save point. And I also, ooh, no, I don't want to. I'm gonna go here and then I'm gonna go back here. But yeah, no, I say that half jokingly because I'm like very happy. A lot of things are going unbelievably great and positively in my life. And I've increasingly gotten more aware that like the things that actually, it's not necessarily the achievement that's on the other side of the struggle. It's like the things that involve the actual struggle I find incredibly satisfying and compelling. So like, you know, for instance, it's not... Oh, and this goes through this way. Got it. You know, it's not finally getting to this map fragment that was the fun part. It was the struggle of trying to figure it out and trying to work through all the problems in the way. That's like the fun part. Or like, if I am trying to learn, like, you know, I use this example a lot, shader programming. Like, what's fun is the struggle of not really knowing what the heck is going on and trying to figure out how to make the shader do the thing. But it's not like I'm trying to achieve anything at the other side. Like, I actually enjoy the intensity of trying to solve something. Or being stuck and trying to get unstuck. Like, I really like that. Man, when I was younger, I was like, if I don't figure out how to be good at this thing, then I'm definitely a failure. 100%. But I still do have that urge a little bit. Sean, you haven't done something really... You haven't really pushed yourself and really crushed something lately. What's wrong? You alright? Oh, I'm wrong. This is where I wanted to go. I recall. So I will go try to find that real fast here. So I'm gonna go here, here, here. Let's slink along this side. Now, while I'm journeying there, I want to again note I'm getting up at the crack of dawn, 5:30 in the morning on Sunday. And I'm participating in the Children's Hospital of Orange County, the Chalk Walk in the Park. It's basically a bunch of game devs and various nerds helping raise money for the Children's Hospital of Orange County. I'm doing that. If you would like to donate on behalf of your pal Sean, I already put in $350 myself. If you're interested in subbing to me or doing some sort of gift of subs and that sort of thing, maybe think about instead considering donating that money to Chalk instead. I said this at the start of the stream, but man, they make the website, I'm putting it back up, they make this so easy. Like the link and the website and all the materials, it's all like auto-generated. It's incredible. Is there a fundraiser show? You're tuned into it right now, Wellesley5. Oh, this is how I get up fucking there. So we need to unlock some stones here. Put my horse diagram there. Which I put in 350. About 350, I guess I'd say. Oh. So here is where I was absolutely tortured, trying to figure out how to break into these areas. I bet there's an upper Erdtree. Oh, I see. I can go around this way. So look at this elderly man playing video games. How quaint. Dude, let me tell you something. When my back hurts, just from waking up, my bones can barely support my frame. I will still be streaming this on this channel, man. So sick. I see. So that is where I need to go to next. I'm still streaming this giant-ass DLC, too. Yeah, I know. The DLC is just gigantic. Didn't Miyazaki describe it as like the size of Limgrave, that lunatic? And is there a save point right around here somewhere? Oh my. The surprise of traversal. You know, I will say, this is one thing I cherish so much about Elden Ring, specifically Elden Ring and its design, is that this area here, I couldn't get to. And I had to go all the way down, through here, loop through here, and get to there, and then I could teleport up to this upper side, and that's how I can explore this. And I think so much about the phrase, all fun comes from anticipation. All fun comes from anticipation. I don't know how specifically true I need that phrase to be, but I think about it a lot. Having the present underneath the tree for Christmas. Man, there's a screenshot right there. Goodness. Man, look at that. Beautiful. Presents under the tree for Christmas, where you're just, oh man, what I get, and shaking it and not knowing and getting excited about it. You know, the mysterious castle in the distance in Elden Ring, wondering what's in there, how do I get there? And I mean, that consistent theme of, like, how do I get there? How do I get there? How do I get there? What's in there? What's over there? How do I get there? And then just surprising you in the game with weird ways to get there. So I am fairly certain that this is going to descend in to this area, so I still need to explore. Oh, yeah. The Northern Nameless Mausoleum. I have not encountered. Alright. You're not going to believe this, but I am just going to poke. This is so sad. This is so sad. This is so sad. Look at this rolling fool. This is so sad. This is the most pathetic. This is truly a joke. I'm about to die. What a joke. So pathetic. Very cool bear head. Yeah, very cool, very cool. That's a bad bear. What a joke. How pathetic. What a joke. Insulting to bears. I destroyed the true red bear earlier. His name was Ravra, or something. Red Bear's Claw, Fang Helm, Iron Rivet Armor, Iron Rivet Gauntlets, Iron Rivet Greaves. Nothing? Nothing at all? So this is the Northern Nameless Mausoleum that is comparable to the Western Nameless Mausoleum. Okay, so it's 9:08 and I want to stop streaming right now. So I'm going to try to go down. feel like there should be a cave over here somewhere. This can't be all that was here. I mean, it can't be. How do I get into that cave, then? Wait. Wait, the fake? What? How do I get... God, it's probably got to be something down here. On this side, then. I feel like this can't be the only place. The only thing up here. I feel like it can't be. Maybe I'm crazy. Did I just run right by a cave or something? That'd be ridiculous. Whoa, what? And again, the greatest way to goad me is use the day rope emoji. That's the right way to hit the troll if I'm confused and I'm not sure where to go. I want to go somewhere. I want to level up because I'm excited to have some faith. This fucking game. All right, it's time to horse sprint. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get to the recent bonfire. Or a new bonfire. Those archers had better be gone. Oh, thank goodness they're not there anymore. All right. All right, just real quick. Fucking... Oh, get the fuck up! Okay, well that's one way to do it. Alright. Get him. My roll timing was so bad. Look at how much damage I block. I'm just so lost. I'm so Chad. I also have 400,000 souls waiting for me over there. I would like them. Can't believe we're gonna have to go up. Yeah, medium roll and the full bull goat, the Billy Goat armor set is just banging, man. It's just so good. Alright, casual 400,000. Alright, that should... Alright, be safety for me. So, I'm just gonna go until I can see... Save point. Save points have been pretty few and far between lately in this game. I think if I can just ride out and find one, that would be so special and important to me. To just find a damn save point. That would just be so good. To just get a save point. And also the cave entrance that should be like right here. Right? Like right there. Ugh. Oh, there's some revered spirit ashes I'm never gonna use. Does this game utilize Sites of Grace anymore? Is that it? Do we run out of Sites of Grace? They just spawned the maximum number of Sites of Grace? They like stored that as an integer, like 255 is the maximum number? Oh my god, that's some grave love word again. I don't believe it. I want to go. I want to go to bed. I don't want to be awake right now. I want to go to bed. But where is the Site of Grace? There's to be some grace somewhere around here, somewhere. Seems like a reasonable spot as any to put some grace, right? I know. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. They actually use 512 as the max number. Look at that. You gotta have faith. Amazing. Look at my amazing Temple Town ruins. All right, we have a lot of exploring to do, or should I say, a lot of exploring to skidoo. Excellent. I will be back tomorrow. If I pop open the schedule, we're doing Elden Ring, both Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to be doing something called a Nemesis Draft with Raren, the legendary Hearthstone content creator, where we're going to do an arena draft where we make the worst deck possible, and then we give that deck to the other person. And then we best of three it. So I'm pretty excited to just do a little bit of nemesising. Got a short stream. Oops, I'm going to pop this up. The week after, I am going to be doing some Perils in Paradise. Maybe it's Peril in Paradise. I can never remember which one it is. But we're going to be doing a little Peril in Paradise launch day streaming for Hearthstone, but then I'm going to get right back to playing Elden Ring, so don't worry. Mostly walking, I know what we're doing on Monday, but we'll do something. We'll figure it out. As this is going away, in 3, 2, 1. Don't think I'm impressive. I have the timer right here to my right. all week long, I'm going to be plugging the Chalk Walk. If any of you'd like to donate to your pal Day9's donation drive, basically. All your money will go to the Children's Hospital of Orange County. So if you were thinking of subbing to me this week, maybe just instead put that money there. Hope you all have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you on the morrow. You're great. Bye-bye.